Hello guys, in this video we are going to take a look at Cisco Network Simulator or Cisco Packet Simulator and Cisco Packet Tracer and what does it exactly do, how to figure out the interface and create a basic, and we'll also create a basic bus topology based network. So before that, let me show you how to download the software. You have to just go to your browser and type Cisco Packet Tracer, and before downloading you will have to go to the netcat website which shows up in the start, and then open it, and you'll need to register in this website. So you can go do it from here, or you can just type Cisco Packet Tracer register, yeah, and go on the first link and just register yourself here. So once you register, then you will need to download the software. You will need to type Cisco Packet Tracer download and then download the setup file from any link, and then you will need to install it, and then you can use it. So when we first start the software, let's start it. After installation, we'll get this login screen. So you have two options here. If you have registered in the netcat account which I just told you about, you can log in from through that account with those credentials and use the software freely. And you can also click on the guest login in the bottom right corner here, and that will lead you directly into the software without any login necessary. So the limitations in the guest login is that you can only save your project some 3 or 10 times. Like you can only save it for a limited number of times. So yeah, that is one limitation, and it doesn't help if you are working on a big project or you need to save it multiple times. So it is better to create an account there and then log in with that here. So I'll just log in with my account. Okay, so I've logged into my account, and as you can see, this is how the Cisco Packet Tracer looks like. So let's take a look at what is it like, where are the components, how to get the components. So in the bottom left corner, we can see the names here: network devices, end devices, switches, hubs, routers. You might have heard these words in your networking lectures or somewhere. So this is where we can get the components. If you want to switch, then you will need to click on switch, and then there are multiple types of switches here. You can take anyone you want. If you are just starting up and need to create basic networks, then it is best to use this PT switch, PTMT or PT switch. And yeah, even the routers, you can use the PT router. So you can just go here and see various components like hubs, switches, wireless devices, then end devices like PC, laptop, server. You can get everything here that you want. Okay, so the bottom left corner is dedicated to only all the components and wires, connection, servers. You can just drag and drop it here. So the next let's take a look at the two parts we have here. The one is logical, where we are going to create the whole network, and the other is the physical part. You won't be using this for the networking practicals this for now. This is useful when you are creating a larger design, mostly in third year, where you will have to design a whole campus network. Then you can use this and properly show the setup of the campus network inside a building. This is basically a simulation of or demonstration of how the network will look in a building. So this is not important for now. We'll use this logical part. And over here in the bottom right, we have the real time and simulation. So if we click on this arrow we have here, it will open up this will I'll show you what this area is used for. And the simulation is basically to simulate the packets going from one network to another. This will be better understood once I design a small bus topology here and show you how the network packets go around in that. So in the top right, in the top here, there is this message button to add message packets or send message packets from PC one PC to another. Even that I'll show you in a bit. And this is just to add notes or just add rectangles or something. I'll show that too. So let's just get started with the uh, with the with designing a bus topology based basic network. So what we'll need for this basic network is switches and end devices or PCs. So let's take a switch. Okay, let's take switches first. Let's go to network devices, and in network devices we'll need switches. So I'll take the PT switch. As I've told you, those are the best for starting up initially. PT switch we'll need, let's take 3 of PT switches. Okay, just drag and drop, and once they are here, now let's take the end devices. So end devices are next to the networking devices, and there are many end devices here. We'll take the PCs and place two PCs here. So the bus topology is basically where the central part of the wire or the wires or LAN wires go in a straight way, and on both the sides we have the PCs. So that is what I'm trying to design here. We'll place 6 PCs. Yeah. So now we'll need to connect that. To connect, we'll need to go here over here, the wire, the red wire or the red electric sign here, and there are various wires. And initially we don't need to select any, go and search for which wire suits what. We have the first option is to automatically choose the wire. So we'll need to click on that, and it will automatically connect the suitable wires uh, to the PCs and the switches. So I've clicked on the wire, and now let's click on the switch and then click on the PC. So as you can see, they are connected. They are not yet, the connection is not yet established, but the wire is connected. So let's do the same with the other switches and PCs. It will get connected. The red marks have one of the red marks had turned to green, and one is still orange. It will get connected soon. As we add the IP addresses. Okay, they are connected already. Nice. They are not really connected. They are connected in the sense that the wires are connected, like the switch is connected to the PC, but we still can't pass data because we have not assigned IP addresses, which is a important step if we want to pass data. As IP addresses act as address for the PCs for the PCs so that they can know that which PC they have to send the data to and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, we have connected it successfully. Now let's go to adding the IP addresses. Let's continue to add IP addresses. So to add IP addresses, we'll need to click on this PC. Let's click here. So there is a interface, a lot of stuff here, not important for now. Let's go to the desktop. Over here in the top we have multiple options. Right now we are in the physical tab. So now let's go to the desktop, and the first option is IP configuration. We'll need to click on that. Now we have to configure the IP. Now let's take the simple IP of 192.168.0.1, and after typing this we need to press tab. As we press tab, the subnet mask automatically gets added. The subnet mask will be the same for all the PCs. So we just need to type the IP address and type the IP address and press tab and it will automatically fill this out. So let's copy this IP address now. We can leave the IPv6 configuration as it is. It is not important for now for this practical. So now let's go to the other PC again. Click on it, go to desktop, IP configuration, and paste it. Now we'll need to change the IP from 1 to 2. We'll need to add sequential IP. So we have 6 PCs, so we'll add 192.168.0.1 to 6. If all the 6 IP addresses will be assigned. So now let's press tab, and now let me quickly add the IP address to all the other PCs. Paste it, change this to 3 and press tab. Now let's go here, desktop, IP configuration, 4 and then tab. Now this one, desktop, IP configuration, paste, change this to 5 and press tab. Now the last PC, desktop, IP configuration, paste, change this to 6 and tab. Okay, so now we have successfully configured the IP address. So as you can see, this is all connected now, which basically means that we have now successfully created the network. So now let's try to, okay, first let me show. These are the in the top we can see rectangle, square, eclipse and all. These are just outlines to use with the when you are designing a network. So I'll use a rectangle and show you. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's just do it. I'll just drag it out, and as you can see, I've created a border for the network. So this is just to help you out to categorize the network if when you are designing a huge big network. For this, it is not really needed. Now, to check if a network is connected successfully, we'll need to send a packet. So now to send a packet, in the top here, in the top bar here, we can see the message icon, the icon of message and plus, okay, PDU, add symbol PDU. So we'll need to click on that, and then our cursor has a message symbol attached to it. Now we'll need to click on one of the PCs. Now let's click on the first PC and any other PC. So let's click on this one. Okay, so now to check if the message is successfully sent or not, we'll need to go over here, click on real time. Okay, in real time we'll need to then bring up the bar hidden in the bottom right, and as you can see, it is showing the status as successful. So what does that mean? It means that our message has successfully sent from this PC to this. And if you want to see the packet traveling in the simulation, which is basically the motive of this software, that so that we can see the packets simulate in real time. Now, so we'll need to click on the simulation button next to the real time button, and this bar will open up. So this is the message that we just sent. Okay, so to see how the message will be sent here, we'll need to click on this play button. As you can see, the message is traveling. If you want to increase the speed, you can just click on this bar and increase it and move it forward. It will increase the transmission speed. You can also decrease it if needed. So as you can see, the packet is going here, and then it has reached its destination, and then it is going back. I'll just increase the speed. Okay, so yeah, that is how you can see a simulation work. Let's do it again once more. Okay, let's delete this. Not a complex. Okay, let's click on here and click here. Now let's delete this. Okay, so as you can see, the packet is traveling from here, and then the packet is broadcasted to all the other PCs, but all the other devices will reject it as the IP address in the destination part of the packet doesn't match with the PC itself. So only this PC accepted the packet, and then it is sending the acknowledgement back. And as you can see, the acknowledgement will be sent here exactly. So yeah, that is how it is done. So that is how we can see a simulation in this software. Design a simulation and see it working like that, and we can also see how packets go from one PC to another and everything. So yeah, that is how you create a very basic bus topology network in the Cisco Packet Tracer software. And I hope you understood how to work around the software and get the devices you want and connect them and stuff. So yeah, I hope you understood this, and thank you for watching.